name is Kelly, and I'm going to be doing today. And then we'll see how it goes. So, the whole idea of my channel, and in recent memory, I've been starting to do more motivation and ways to sort of get myself jump started for the week and to get the week started on a positive note. And my channel is a safe space. And this is where you can, I don't mind people's opinions if they're different. And that's it, just as long as everybody's respectful. So that is the plan for today. And I'm just going to wait for some people to come in and we'll see how it goes. Oh, hey. So we got Chungy Girl. Hello. And TWP Popcorn. Good to see you. Hey, their host, well, I can't read. Here we go. I bring it every day. Hey, there, Miss Host Gorgeous. Thank you. How are you doing? Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Yes. And TWP Popcorn, good morning. What's popping? I love it. So I'm having my last bit of coffee. So are you guys ready to start your day off? And well, I know, like, at least for TWP Popcorn, Shangi Girl, is it the evening there? I think it is. So you've been summoned. Yes, you have. How you doing, 4T? Good to see you. And Suzanne, good morning. So I'm trying this vertical live. It could get ugly. Hopefully it's going to be nice and peaceful, but we'll see. You know, YouTube can be very interesting. So I'm going to get up my other stream and just get ready for situations that might happen. We'll see. And good morning, April Showers Network. Great to see you. Hope you're feeling well. I've been sort of in the bushes on your channel last couple of days, but I've been checking you out as well. So, here's an informal poll. I'm not going to do a poll, but just we talked a little bit about this yesterday, Suzanne, in another live stream I was in, and we were talking about back in the days when you had a job or had to go to school. It was hard to get yourself ready for the week because there was usually some kind of depression. I won't say depression, but that's the only word I can use for it. Would be Sunday night about 4 o'clock. We all, like, at least a couple of us were saying that about that time you would start to get anxious a little bit about work because you always had to kind of get your act together, pack your lunch, and all that stuff. All the little steps you have to take. And it's interesting that now that most of us are retired, it's a little bit easier. We don't have to really stress about Mondays, but a lot of people do stress, and so the whole idea of Motivation Monday is to try to keep you from stressing, or at least to kind of change your mindset and try to set yourself in a positive direction, versus an anxious direction or a depressed direction. So that's the evil plan of this stream. And I have a couple of good quotes. And then, we'll kind of go from there and see if anybody wants to chit chat a little bit. But anyway, let's see, we got about 4 people. All right, we got a couple people. So before I start this, I'm going to say fair use, and I'm going to do a little bit of commentary. This is more of a reaction. And so my husband and I like shopping in this store. We like the closeout stores. And we found this book that was really strange. And it's a kid's book. And I'm going to show you a little bit. So this is fair use. I'm going to make some commentary on this. But it's called, let me see if I can get in the shot. It's called, let me see. Do I have to read? Yeah, I have to turn this. Now, is this backward at all? Or do I need to turn this around? Let's see. I may have to turn it around. But anyway, it's called Pac-Man, Keep Calm, and Nom Nom Nom. Okay. Yeah, this might be backwards. So let's see. And then Suzanne said, I've worked with a great guy back in the day who would say, I ain't got no pep when he was in slow mode. Yeah, I understand that. Oh, it is backwards. Darn it. Let me see if I can fix this. I forgot to check. Yeah, you always start to do that. Hey, controversial cruising. Let's see. Will they let me mess with this now that I've gone live? Probably not. Okay. No, I can't play with this. Bummer. So anyway, it's called Keep Calm and Nom Nom Nom. So it's a yes. Nom 3 times. Nom cubed. That is correct. 4T. It's a shame it's backwards, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to keep from. Well, actually, the pages won't be so bad, but this is it's a little short kids book, right? And my husband likes video games, and so does 4T. And actually, I did enjoy Pac-Man. So this is a little Pac-Man inspiration for today. So it's called Act One: Eat Ghosts for Breakfast. And this is a picture. So it says Eat Ghosts for Breakfast. All right, so it's got Pac-Man, and it says it's always in the darkest places with scariest ghosts that you discover your superpower. All right. So anyway, so it has the game. They're saying it's always in the darkest places that you discover your superpower. Okay. And it says, and when you find it, those scary ghosts will be the ones on the run. All right. So there's a ghost. So you know how they are in the regular state. And then when they get energized, they do that. And then they run. I think that's what. I haven't played in a while. So it says, soon you'll be eating them for breakfast. And if they come sneaking back to chase you again, remember, there's the picture there. Just look for your power in any dark corner. All right, so I'll stop right there and give a little commentary. Let's do it again. So they say, basically, you find ghosts in dark, scary corners, and when you're in the darkness, you discover your superpower. Now, I don't know if that's something that you guys have found in your life. It's interesting. I don't think that's actually happened to me. I can't think of any examples. You know what I mean? But it says, but when you find your superpower, those scary ghosts will be the ones on the run. So, and then it says, soon you'll be eating them for breakfast. So they say, just look for your power in any dark corner and chomp, chomp, chomp those pesky ghosts away. So there's the picture there. Yep. So in any dark corner, you chomp, chomp, chomp those ghosts away. All right, now. Now, Act 2. Chomp your fears away. And there's the picture. Oh, hello, dear baby, where you are. Where are you, love? Okay, thank you. So anyway, so there it is. So now this is Act 2, and it says chomp your fears away. So that's the picture that they show. There we go. All right. Was it 1980? Wow, that's crazy. I don't think I played till like very late, probably 1990. I was behind the times. See, I'm not a big follower of pop culture, but I thought it was an interesting idea for a game, and I never got to understand. Like I never really, like I said, video games. I not that I didn't get them. I just, for me, I would play about 10, 20 minutes, and then I was good. You know, but like a lot of people, they'd be on there for hours. So it was crazy. So Pac-Man was invented in 1980. That's pretty old. Okay, here we go. So now here we go. Let me take a sip. Like I forgot I poured this coffee. So it says if you feel like the odds are stacked against you, and here it is. So if you feel like the odds are stacked against you, and you feel you are all mixed up inside, and that's the picture. If the world is spinning circles around you, there we go. And you don't feel like you're heard or seen. Okay. Oops, there we go. A little glare. Hold on. Just take a deep breath. Now face your fears. Right? And then after that it says, now chomp down on your fears. And this is a picture that they have. So there it is. Right, let me see. Did I get to the end of the act? Oh, one more time. One more page. While you're at it, chomp down on everything else in your way. Okay. All right. So there's Pac-Man. They're saying chomp down on everything else in your way. And, oh, good morning, Jeanette. And it says, while you're at it, yes. Oh, hold up. Sorry. And then they give examples. So these are all the things that the Pac-Man eats. So it's cherries, melons, oranges, strawberries, and apples, pack dots, power pellets, pesky ghosts, keys, bells, and even galaxians. I didn't know they had a name. All right, so there it is. So there he is. He's eating all the stuff he eats. And then this is kind of the list, and it's backwards. And I wish I could remember how to fix that. I should have mirrored my camera. But anyway, there it is. So now that you've chomped away at all of this stuff, you have the power to leave the haters in the dust. So there it is. So you're leaving the haters in the dust. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go back and review just for the people that came in. So I think there's 3 acts in this book. And the first act was Eat Ghosts for Breakfast. And they say that you find your superpower in the darkest, scariest places, if you face your fears. And so Pac-Man, when he gets his power because he eats that power dot or whatever. I don't know what they call it. And then he gets strong and then he eats the ghost, So they turn from this, they're chasing him. And then they turn into this, he's chasing them. Right? And they say that, anytime, you just want to get strong so you can eat those ghosts for breakfast. And Rosalie, hey, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, so that's Act 1. And then they say, if you feel like the odds are stacked against you and you feel like you're mixed up, then you have to, keep going and just make sure you get the strength to chomp down everything, right? And face those fears. So that's pretty cool. So I thought this was a good motivation. And then let's go to, let's see, Act 2. What else did I say? What happened in Act 2? So eat those ghosts for breakfast in Act 1. And then Act 2, face your fears. Right? So now, here's Act 3. Oh, let me see what Suzanne said. Just don't chomp down on food as you get fat and sabotage. Well, that is true. But and Kenneth is saying good morning to Rosalie. Yeah, so the bottom line is that, like, they're saying that life is like game of Pac-Man. When in scary places, a lot of times you get some attacks and you have to kind of face your fears and you'll find your superpowers. And they say, like he finds his superpower when he eats that power dot or whatever. And then he starts, like, they ghosts chase him at first and then he chased the ghosts at the end. And then eats them for that period of time. And then the second part is, if your world is kind of spinning around you, then okay, no problem. Oh, poor Rosie. Yeah, she's got a weird laptop. Any YouTubers out there know how she can show herself? Because sometimes she hides. It hides her name, which is weird. All right, but anywho, so let's get to Act 3. So the Act 3 is called The Glitch. And this is the picture that they show. And but anyway, good to see you, Rosalie. And thanks for waking up and joining. And thank everybody, actually, for waking up and joining. All right, so this is interesting. This talks about, for me, this is like a YouTube thing. So anyway, so Act 3 is called The Glitch. And it says, sometimes things might get a bit glitchy. And these are the pictures. So I don't know if you've ever had a gaming system, but sometimes they glitch out for no apparent reason. And that's kind of a good example of a glitch. And it says, making pesky things seem even peskier. Right? So there's the ghost in the glitch. And these are the energized ghosts in the glitch, but very pesky. And then and making scary things seem even scarier. And it says, beware of flashing ghosts. I like it. That is true. Beware of flashing ghosts. All right. And then it says, things will seem weird, sometimes very weird. And it's just got Pac-Man. He's going through it here. Everything's looking really scary. Yep. And then, but don't let the static bring you down. Chomp on. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take a little pause. So the bottom line is, sometimes you encounter problems in life, and you just have to face them. You just have to have the power to just let it go. Right? And you have to sort of expect that most times not everything will go correctly. And but you just have to keep going. And it says chomp on. So I'm going to show that one. This is a little backwards, but it says chomp on. And then it says waka waka. You know when it makes that sound when he's eating. Keep chomping. So in life, you got to keep going. And remember, the game's never really over. All right now. Until you pass away, basically. The game is never really over. Game over. Yeah. And there's always one more chance to play. Boy, is that true, right? Or three. Yep. Yep. And then it says, keep calm and nom on. And that's the end of the book. I like the artwork in this book. Let me see if I can find the author's name. I'll just give them the attribution here. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So this was a little children's book that my husband found. He said, "Oh my gosh, this is a good motivation talk." And I went, "Oh my gosh, it really is." Who knew? So let's see who wrote this. So let's see. The copyright is Bandai Namco Entertainment. I guess that's the Pac-Man people. 2023. Book designed by John Sazaklis. And then, but no author. Yeah, it's just from the Bandai Namco company. And then this is the back page of it, or the back spine of the book or back side of the book. It says sometimes life can feel like one big crazy game, and no one knows that better than Pac-Man. Join Pac-Man and his ghost gang as they share advice, wisdom, and inspiration to help you through this game called life. So get ready to hit the pause button, take a breather, and remind yourself that you can do this. And that's where I got the title for today's talk is You Can Do This. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense to you. But I thought this was a great book. I don't know what the age range for this is. Doesn't say. But I know that I guess you would read this to your young ones, but some of the words in here are a little bit advanced, I would say. Yes. All right. So I like it. But I like to eat ghosts for breakfast. That's kind of important. Because if you look at your life on social media, sometimes social media, people can be mean, cruel, and all that stuff. And the you know what I mean? And the whole idea is, you even when the haters pop out, you got to keep going, and you don't let them scare you away, right? And you always find your superpower in those darkest moments, which is really cool. So I don't know if that's worked for you guys. I don't recall ever having a lot of people say you have a really, really low moment in life, and then after you go through this low moment, then there's usually some kind of growth or ascent. And I don't know. I don't think I've had that, but you guys can tell me if you had. So let's see. So Suzanne's doing some laundry today. I see. You feel like doing some I know laundry. It's funny. I like doing laundry. Like a lot of people don't. So I enjoy laundry. I think it's pretty. For me, it's relaxing. Because I said, if you ever go to a third world country, if you ever see the way people do laundry, if you're in the United States or somewhere like that, you will never ever complain about laundry because like these people have to go to the river. Like they take their dirty clothes to the river. They have to walk, a distance or whatever, and they're bringing the soap and a washboard or something, and then they're beating their clothes on the rocks. I mean, that's crazy. That is like such hard work. And I don't know if you guys have ever done your laundry that way, but we are so fortunate to have electronic machines doing stuff. All right. So that's it. But that's the you can do this. So that's today's topic of today's discussion. You can do this. And then remember, you don't have to be great to start if you haven't started. If there's something that you ever want to do, I always say make sure that don't let other people or naysayers in your family. Usually it's family members and stuff. They mean well when they tell you, don't try certain things, don't do certain things. But the thing is, if you're called to do something, then by all means, give it a try while you have the energy and the gumption to do it. because it's very important to sort of follow your heart, in life in general, and don't let people talk you down. And just remember, yes. Oh, you could. Okay, so we got so Suzanne likes laundry, and 4T said that's so true. While doing laundry, you could play in the water. I know, right? Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty cool. But it is, it's hard work, and they're bent over, and it's backbreaking work. Right? So let's see. Uh, so Zig Ziglar, who's a motivational speaker, says, you don't have to be great to start, but you just have to start to be great. You know, and that's one of those things that you really, I think a lot of people don't start. So it's procrastination. You got to avoid the procrastination because you have fear. Like usually there's some kind of fear for making a change. And yeah, that's good, Suzanne. So she likes the satisfaction of transition. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. Oh, ooh, you like that quote? Okay, Zig Ziglar. All right, so I'll do that. I'll read that one more time. So you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Yeah. And Zig Ziglar, like a lot of his stuff is it's motivation, but it's definitely, in my opinion, kind of geared towards salespeople. Because a lot of stuff, if you've ever done sales, it's a nightmare. And what I mean by nightmare is, some days you get out of bed and you go, "Oh Lord, I can't face these people today." Because like you guys think it's bad facing keyboard warriors. Just think about what happens when you have to face trolls and haters in person every day. Like that's terrible. And I did that for a long time. So I don't highly recommend it. Some days you just go, I cannot go in that place today. But you have to, to try to keep things going. But that's a good one. So he has a lot of good books, and it's funny right now. It's so early, I can't remember all the stuff he's done. But that's one of the quotes that I really really like. Yes, that's it exactly. Yes, yep, Scott. Yep. If you wait till the perfect time never comes. That is correct. And that's the whole thing. You just have to try. You have to be willing to try, and then and necessarily things won't work out the first time. If you're lucky, it'll work. But a lot of times, people like you might have to alter your course. You know what I mean? If you try, let's say you go right, going in the right direction, toward the right, it doesn't work. So then you have to maybe go down the center. Just as an example. Yep. And this is another one that kind of goes to that as well. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Yes, and that's Arthur Ashe, the tennis player. He won Wimbledon. I forget how many times. Few times. Yep. But that's kind of the same thing. You don't. Everything doesn't have to be perfectly aligned, but once you start, it gets you in the direction, and that's what these motivation Mondays are for, just to get you thinking, kind of get you in a positive frame of mind. Yeah, persistence and perseverance will always win. That is true. And if you think about YouTube, yeah, YouTube is kind of a long game for most people. Some people blow up and they're good, right away, but other people have to work at it, you know, and so you always have to try things. Yep, try different things. Yeah, be persistent and persevere. Yep, and eat those ghosts for breakfast. Yep, here we go. And then now this is Kimberly Jimenez, and she's a writer, and she said, and this is an exact quote actually. She says, "Okay, it's Monday, but who said Mondays have to suck?" Sorry about the word, but that's what she said. Be a rebel and have a great day anyway. And that's Kimberly Jimenez. So, okay, it's Monday. Who said Mondays have to suck? Be a rebel and have a great day anyway. All right, and that's Kimberly Jimenez. Okay. So Pac-Man, Pac-Man gave us a little motivation today. I was surprised. And that was a pretty cool book. I don't know what you guys thought of the book, but that was pretty cool. Yep, Zig Ziglar. We like him very much. Trying to think, who else do I listen to? There are a lot actually. And then here we go. Here's Maya Angelou. Excellent writer and actress, and motivational speaker, actually, too. And she said, success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. So there's got to be a little self love in all this stuff, you know? Yep. So you got to have confidence in yourself and like what you do. And everything should follow. Right? That's good. All right. Oh, and the sun is shining? It is shining today. Yes. It was a little overcast when I started a few minutes ago. And it's looking good now. The sun is finally out, out, out. So it's good. Yeah, it's wonderful. Yes. So we like the sun. We need it. And the weather seems to be somewhat moderating. So we'll go with that. Yep, that's amazing. And then here's some of the I Bring It Everyday tips for life. And I always say, write down, some of your goals and your future plans and sort of prioritize, where you want to go. I mean, and always say, like, if you can, aim as big as you can, aim a little higher than what you think you can actually do. And even if you don't get to that point, you're probably going to get further than, or you might get there, but you may actually get further than you think. So never shoot yourself. Don't aim low. Try to aim a little bit higher, and that should get you. But definitely writing it down sort of puts it out to the universe, and then also it puts in your mind like where you want to go. So it keeps that goal in front of you. So a lot of people do those vision boards. It's funny now that I don't see magazines anymore. See, in the old days, you could have a magazine, you could cut it out and do stuff like that with a vision board. I don't think it works the same on the computer. I feel like it's a tactile thing too. If you put in that house that you want to buy, if you put in those educational goals, have a picture of yourself, put a graduate, put a mortarboard hat, on your head if you're thinking about graduating or finishing school, those kind of things. Those vision boards are really good to kind of put it out there, what you want to do. And it puts it right in front of your face. So a lot of people will put it on the refrigerator or somewhere, that's openly displayed, and that kind of cements all that stuff in your mind. Yep. So that's good. And then, you got to figure out the steps on how to get there. Yeah. So that's good. Let's see, what else did I put in here? But I like this. Oh, here we go. All right. So this is Diane von Furstenberg, the clothing designer that did the famous, what is that dress called? Oh my goodness. I can see the dress and I can't think what it's called. She invented this dress that everybody sort of copies a little bit. Um, Back in the day, and it's pretty cool. So you look her up, Diane von Furstenberg. She married this guy. I guess he was one of the counts or something from I think it was either Luxembourg or Sweden or somewhere. You see, wrap dress. Thank you. Yes, the wrap dress. Yeah, she invented that, and she said, "You are the one that possesses the keys to your being. You are the one that possess the keys to your being. You carry the passport to your happiness." So she's saying basically happiness comes from within, and external validation is not where you should look for happiness. Yep. But yeah, the wrap dress is fire. That's amazing. And they actually had that at Target a few months ago. I couldn't believe it. But they brought that back. Yeah, the wrap dress. It was crazy. Yeah. But anyway, no more Target. It's kind of sad. A lot of people are not going there anymore. But very fashion forward for a chain department store. Okay. Yes. And then here's another Maya Angelou. Let's see. And this is kind of the kind of sums up my channel. At least I'm trying to sum up my channel this way. She says, try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Yep. Yep. And that's Maya Angelou. That's another one. Let's see. Oh, here we go. And then here's Louise Hay, Hay. She says, I choose to make the rest of my life the best of my life. So all this happiness stuff comes from within. Yeah. A lot of people seem to agree with that for sure. Yep. And then this is Ken Perot. Poirot. He's a writer. And today is the opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. Yes. Okay. And then here's Pablo Picasso. He says, everything you can imagine is real. Ooh, that's pretty good. I don't know. I'll have to test that one. I don't know if I believe that, but I'll test it out. It's oh, then here's another one. So this is Misty Copeland. She's a ballerina, an African American ballerina, and I guess she's still dancing. I don't know. I have to check it out. But Misty Copeland says anything is possible when you have the right people there to support you. Yeah. So that being said, that I do appreciate everybody who comes to the channel and supports. Because like I said, you could be anywhere else. So the fact that you come and check out I Bring It Every Day, it's pretty cool. So thank you, and I'm very grateful for that. Yep. All right. All right. Anything else? So that's where I'm at right now. It's pretty good. So any plans for this week? Do I have any plans? Yeah, well, we're still decluttering. That's the evil plan in the I Bring It Every Day house. We're doing some decluttering and trying to, move forward and just try to have the best possible lives. So we're planning some vacation, but who knows? I'm not sure. Where we're going to end up or whatever. But still kind of working that. I haven't done that in a long time. So yep. Let's see. So we got Frugal Mama's here. Wellness with Frugal Mama. Welcome in. And then, what's your goal for today? Okay, that's a good question. If anybody wants to share, that's what Suzanne's asking. So for me today is so we have some like basic errands. Got to go to the post office and got to mail some stuff out. So I have to do that. And then today I'm trying to finish. I have this amigurumi I'm working on, so I'm trying to get that done. And I just have a few little things to finish on that. But other than that, I don't have like any major goals for today. I'm just happy that I felt a little better because it's weird. Like the time change for me was a little bit weird yesterday, and I think I was a bit off, just a bit off. So I do feel much better today, and this is the first time I think I've felt this way, ever with the time change. And I used to be able to go, run back and forth coast and never having a problem with the time change, but yesterday I just woke up and I felt like I was carrying a person on my back. It was like an extra person. So it was very, very strange. But now I think I got it. Finally got myself together. So it only took one day. So that's not bad. So I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, that's my only goal for today. And we got, Gulf Coast Granny. Good morning, Kelly. Thank you so much for coming. And I don't know if you have any plans for today, but like I said, we're always trying to keep ourselves, moving in a positive direction. But I just, if for anybody who's came in later, I read this little children's book, which was a good motivational talk. And and Frugal Mama has young kids, so maybe you might want to check out this book. But if you have I think you do it. Yeah, she has Ollie's near her. If you go into the kids section, it's a Pac-Man book, and it's called Keep Calm and Nom Nom Nom. So check it out. And it's a little small, tiny book. But anyway, this is backward. I feel bad. I should have fixed my camera. But anyway, that's the book. And it really talks about, when you're facing adversity that you got to keep going and, kind of expect it, but then you have to just move through it. And then also, um, what was the other thing? Sometimes your day gets glitchy, but you gotta work your way through it. And then I forget what the first act. And the first act was make sure you be strong and eat those ghosts for breakfast, which I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yep. So things like that happen. So check it out. If you end up going to Ollie's, check it out. And I know little boys love video games, so she'll be good. Yes. But other than that, I think that's it. And then today I think I'll be crocheting a little bit today. With the crochet group. And but I'm working on some channel stuff, and I'm hoping it's going to take me some time to pull it all together. But I've got some videos I have to edit and things like that. Oh, and Frugal Mama, you got to tell me, did that make sense? Oh, do you believe adversity can be avoided? Ooh. Ah. So what do you think, Suzanne? That's a tough one. Yeah, I mean, I think the answer is no, but that's probably not the most positive. That's not the most positive way of looking at it. But I don't know. Oh, and frugal mama, and I just wanted to tell you real quick. I did put the recipe in my description for the banana bread, so you can check it out. Should be in there. And let's see. Let's see. We got Crazy Crafter Adventures. Addie, good morning. Good to see you. Yes. Okay, and 4T saying our mid-year exam is May. Okay, very busy lately. LOL. I understand. And listen, the fact that you come is awesome. So I just want you to, work keep working those exams because that's very important. It kind of leads you to the next step, after the exams. You know, oh, the math. Okay. So is there anything that you're working on? Like, are you what level of math are you right now? Are you doing like weird calculus and stuff like it? Differential calculus? I don't know how people do that stuff. It's crazy. Yep. But let's see. Yeah, but can you avoid adversity? I would say probably not. And I've been sort of listening to a lot of people on YouTube that talk about adversity and trying to work through it. And it's weird because I've noticed that a lot of people, most of the time, it's usually really, I would call insignificant things that get in their way. Like, for example, this lady was talking about how she was at work and one of her coworkers was sort of sabotaging her. And I said, "Oh my gosh, that is terrible." So what happened was, I'm trying to think, did I get to the end of that video? I may not have finished. I didn't get to the final result, but um, what the thing that was weird was like a coworker was writing her boss about her and planting negative seeds. And see, that's adversity that like it didn't match her behavior. So, she was kind of saying like I was getting good reviews, my work was good, but yet this person was poisoning my boss. And she had emails, and her boss showed her these emails and it was over a period of time and I went, "Oh my gosh, that is terrible." First of all, that the boss listened to this random person who wasn't even in their department critiquing this woman and causing, problems. And then and then I guess the boss finally said, "Oh, I got to do something about this somehow." They had to have a meeting and all this stuff. But anyway, that's a weird adversity. And I think a lot of times in the workplace, that those are the things that get you into trouble. It's not really your work ethic or how you do the job or things. It's usually all this little random stuff in the background. So I don't know. Yeah, so that's stuff you can't avoid. It's very weird. Yes, and it should have been nipped in the bud. That's right, Miguel. Thanks for coming in. And that's what she said. And she said her boss like accumulated all these emails, and you have to wonder if the boss's attitude toward this person changed because of this third party, right? It's kind of yeah, it's totally messed up. That's right. And that's scary, and that's the kind of stuff that can happen to you at work, which I don't know. I mean, I always worry about that. Yes. And then, yes. And then Suzanne said, "I believe some choices can help you avoid adversity." That is true. Yeah, I mean, like this is just a real simple one. If you avoid substances, that'll keep you from getting, into trouble with that kind of situation. So that's like an example, kind of an extreme example. But yeah, I don't know. But it's weird. Like it's like the work politics stuff can get in your way. But I just thought to myself, "Oh my gosh, that's a nightmare." Yes. Right. Gulf Coast Granny. I feel you. Another reason I'm so happy to retired. Because you just want to go into work, do the best you can, do your job, get your paycheck because it's a means to an end. And then but all that random stuff in the background is weird. Yeah, I just thought that was weird. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, I think you can make good choices, but then sometimes, stuff happens. And that and that's the part that's for me was always very unnerving because somebody could really change your can now here's the thing. So the opposite of that is, let's say that situation happens to you and then you end up maybe getting fired. Like that's the horrible situation. But then on the other hand, you know the universe may have done you better by avoiding that job, because if someone's willing to throw you under the bus at work and your boss is willing to throw you under the bus, then you're probably better off in another place. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, so everyone's retired. I love it. Yes. And then Frugal Mama, I love it, says greetings. Yes. And then Miguel says, my yarn never talks about me. I know that's right. So are you working on anything different, Miguel or Addie? I know Addie's got some cards. She'll be on tomorrow making a card. Me three. LOL. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing about work I don't miss. Yeah. I thought like I had a pretty I was fortunate. My first two jobs, no, my first job was a dream. Like nobody there was really no political situation at all. And that was great. And then of course I have the nerve to go somewhere else, and then it's politics all over. And it probably ate me alive. And I may have died inside from all the drama and stuff, but we won't talk about that. Let's see, Katrina, welcome in. Good morning, Kelly. And all in chat, love and hugs to all, working on my plaid blanket. You go, girl. Yes, I need to get in there. I know we have so much, to I got I told myself I was gonna work on this yarn back here. It never happened. I think I took one out. See, this one's falling. Hold on. This guy here's falling. Gotta put him back in. But I did take one out the other day and actually started working on it. But that's the plan. And then here we go. And then let's see. Charlotte's saying, I'm avoiding putting my granny square blanket together by starting other random projects. Nice. Right now, it's a shawl. Okay. See, I don't think I've ever done that yet. Putting a granny square blanket together. I have not, because I've always done the continuous granny. Because I think I don't know how to do that. Why I don't. It's not that I don't know. I've never done it yet. So we'll see. So then Suzanne said, I believe the workplace environment is much different today than it was 15 or 20 years ago. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I have to talk to my kids. But I think my one daughter works sort of alone, so she's okay. But then the other one works in a group, and she's been telling me all these weird, group dynamics that she sees, and it is scary. Oh, you got Happy Mail. Oh, do tell us. We have to go to your channel and check it out. So was it good? Was it like exciting Happy Mail? Well, Happy Mail is all good, but like, was it really, really good? So then today, and this is kind of on the theme of what we were talking about, you make today better. So all this comes within you. You got to make today better. And that's where all that happiness comes. It doesn't come from external stuff. Yep. And just remember, the world is lucky to have you, because you and you alone are different, right? And then this other one here says, make your own happy today, which I love. This is good. Let me see. This is a little calendar I'm looking at. What is today's date? Today is today the 9th? No, today's the 10th. Okay, this is perfect. Okay. Well, no, this one, I don't like this one either. But this one says, you are living your story. Yep. Yep. Happiness is a choice. I love it. And then, oh, okay, Addie's making an amigurumi bear blanket. Oh, I bet that's going to be nice. Yes. I love it. Yes. And then, you see, Charles, I've completed 2 rows of the assembly. I just got tired of looking at it. I understand. Those blankets get big, right? That's why I don't, I guess that's probably why I don't do blankets. Because for me, I just go, ugh, it's like a big task. So I make slightly smaller, but that's not true either. I do some wearables, and they take just as long for sure. But yeah, I need to do that. Yes. And I like this. Happiness is a choice. And I think what we'll do is we'll end on this note. If anybody has anything else they want to add, but this one here is, you've been blessed with this beautiful day. What will you do with it? So that is the question. So I'll leave that hanging in the air. So one more time. You've been blessed with this beautiful day. What will you do with it? And that's always the question. And I'm not saying that you have to always have a crazy plan or a crazy, because like you want to make things manageable. And that's the whole thing. I think a lot of people uh, get confused. They feel like they have to do something every moment of the day, and you really don't. So the bottom line is, you just have to, figure out a couple of things that you want to get done that are really crucial. There's always something crucial. Yeah, you like that one? Yeah, I like that one, right? Yeah, what are you going to do with it? Yes, great one. Love it, Kelly. Thank you so much. Yes. So that's the whole thing. And that's the reason that I've been trying to do these motivational Mondays. And for me, this actually really helps me as well. Just to kind of point some things out. And usually Sunday night, I will say Sunday night or so, while I'm kind of sitting there, not meditating, but I'm just kind of sitting there going, what do I need to get done this week? And I sort of do my thing and make sure that yep, there we go. Yeah. So I definitely do that and make sure that I just think about the things that I need to do. And then, that's what I do. So let's see here what's happening. I think everybody's oh boy, well, welcome in trolls. Like I said, and never be concerned about just never be concerned about hiding let me see here. Did I do this one here? Let's do that. There we go. All right now. There we go. We'll just do that. Keep blocking, but thank you for the view. So anyway, but don't be afraid to like, do the things that are in your heart, and that will, yes, and that will like bring you a little bit of joy. And that's the other thing, make sure you do some things. I know, right, Suzanne? Yeah, see, remember I told you. See, this is crazy. So I'm gonna make this a teachable moment. So, and we just went through Black History Month, right, last month. And I know like a lot of people, it can be a little controversial because I think a lot of people say, "Oh, this racism and all this stuff happened, long, long ago." And but see, here's a prime example of March 10th, 2025, and it's still here. You see what I'm saying? So I think so. This is a teachable moment. I mean, not to like bring highlight to it, but just to make people aware that this is the kind of stuff that people like me face every day in the United States of America, which is a free country. So there it is. Yeah. So I just want people to be aware that that's the deal. Yeah. So so there it is. You saw it with your eyes, right? Yeah. And also too, I think the other thing is a lot of people, yeah, they are crazy. Yeah, they are nuts and evil. Right. Yeah. But that unfortunately that is the uh let's see, how do I put it? This is what they believe. They believe they're better. You know what I mean? And that's tragic because we're made from one God, one, the most high, right? And but just like I said, I just so people know. Yeah, it's very interesting, right? Yeah. So anyway, so this is why we fight. And we fight to do the right thing. Yeah, we try to do the right thing, but it's still out there, and that's the tragedy of it all. But ending on a positive note, we'll keep going. You know what I mean? Despite the adversity, and that's what they talk about in this book. The ghosts come out. The ghosts come out, and they cause problems, but you got to work through it, right? And that's a prime example of what I was talking about earlier. Yep. Yep. And Katrina's saying, oh, yeah, Suzanne said, very poor upbringing. That's right. And then Katrina said, I see people that we are all the same. We came from the same place. So don't judge. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because and then the other thing is, too, Katrina, and this is a good point. We're not, like I said, I'm not perfect. And, maybe, everything I do isn't necessarily the right thing. But the point of life is to make sure that you try to be slightly better than you were before. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. You want to be better than you were the day before. And and that's what people who are kind of mature and healthy, in terms of mental health and stuff, that's what they kind of do. So you work on yourself and you don't really try to focus on other people per se. But I definitely think that these, like I said, a lot of these things are very teachable moments. You know what I mean? It's very, very teachable. And then the sad part is, I would say that I'm not even shocked by it. See, I should be. You guys are shocked. I'm not shocked, and that says a whole lot. You know what I mean? Yep. So let's see. Yes, and then okay, so yeah, Charlotte's saying I have to believe that most of us try to do our best every day. Yeah, I would think that people do, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I see the opposite. I'll tell you, Charlotte. Yep. And then yeah, Katrina's saying life is too short to hurt others and say mean things. Be lucky that you woke up today. Yes, girl. And had another day to live. Love all and be kind to all. If you are not happy with your life, you can change it. Yep. And that's what we're talking about. And oh, thank you. You are very intelligent. Well, some days. So the thing with me, Suzanne, is that I had a lot of time. I won't say I had a lot of alone time as a kid, but I did read. See, my whole thing is like my dad was like from the big city, and he was very concerned because I grew up in this little small town that I was going to be small minded, and he didn't have to worry about me because I was always reading and looking at things on TV and you know just trying to figure out like what are other people doing and why are they doing it and things like that. And that was always something that I did, but I noticed that out of my other siblings, I'm a lot more open and I'm always kind of looking to see like what's happening in the world. Whereas they're very closed. They don't care. Like they're just like, nope, I don't have time for that. but but and the whole thing with life is you sort of have to see things from both sides. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that I think, even though like we've all gone through school and that's sort of what schools allegedly is supposed to show you is to be able to see things from multiple directions. But I think a lot of people get through school and they don't, and they call it critical thinking. It's like you have to, I think it's important to try to see everybody's perspective, you know what I mean? And understand like why things are the way they are. But a lot of people are not willing to do that. Yeah. So, yes. And then it says, okay, let's see. Amen to that. Yep. Some people like to project their issues. That's correct. Yep. And thumbs up for Katrina from Gulf Coast Granny. Yep. And then Katrina saying, I agree, Suzanne. And then 4T says, always be nice to each other. You never know if you're going to wake up the next day to fix your mistake. I always think that, ooh, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you never know. So all those people that you might have, in your family, like I think about, I have a lot of older family members, and I'm really trying not to leave them, in a negative situation. Like I'm always trying to check on them and see how they're doing, and at least having like open conversations with them. Yeah, and then say no one knows. This is what Katrina's saying. No one knows what others. Let's see, others are or have gone through in life. Yep. So until you've been in their shoes or lived in their life, move on. Yep. Keep the comments to yourself. Just be so you don't change for anyone's sake. Right. For you. Yep. And try not to associate with a closed mind. That is so true. Yeah, because that's huge. I'm telling you. People who are closed minded, it's terrible. It's like I think that's a bigger sin than like any like other stuff. You hear like a lot of stuff you could do, but being closed minded, I think, kills you because you have to be able to sort of understand like where people are coming from, both sides. Yep. And then yes, and then Katrina's saying amen 4T. Yeah, there we go. Yep, and yep, but it's true. Until you've lived in other people's shoes, you don't know what's happening, right? There we go. All right. 54. Let's do one more minute and then I think I'll shut it down. But we did it. So thank you all so much for coming. Let's see. What am I doing this week? I don't know. And I'm going to do a little crocheting later tonight. Let's see. I'm going to meet up with my group on Wednesday, I believe. And then but I have a couple of cooking videos that I have that are coming out. So hopefully those will work. And yep, and then yep, 4T saying so true, Suzanne. Yep. And did I miss anything else? Yep. But I want to say thank you to all the members who've come in. Thank you so much for the support because it's, keeping that channel going. Oh, that's right. We got Hobby Bingo's coming later. I probably won't be there, but you guys have fun over there. And hopefully you'll win some yarn. That's exciting. And I think they're having a sale. All these people are having sales. The sad Joanne sale. Don't go there. But it's they're having a sale. The Michaels has a little bit of clearance and stuff like that. But not to shop. You know, Shopping's probably not so good. Everybody, like right now, I would say save your money if you can, because the economy is very, very in flux right now. Yeah, so we don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just going to watch and wait and see how it goes. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. We'll see you next week, and hopefully some of those things will help you out getting your day started. So, enjoy. Make something pretty today, and and have a good day, and try to find that happiness within yourself. Yep, because you can do this, and that's the title of today's talk. You can do this, but you gotta do a little work to make it happen. All right, now. So enjoy your day/evening, everyone. Yes. Take care and peace and love to you all. And I'm gonna say adieu, and I'm gonna take my last sip of coffee here. All right. Well, anyway, good to see you. It's I bring it every day, and my name is Kelly, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.